Hello, and welcome back to Chatting Around the Campfire. This is presented by Red Raider Robotics. I'm Erica.
I'm Flynn, and today we are joined by Brady and AC. Brady is a member of Impact Team, and AC is on marketing. And they're also both rookie students. So today we're going to discuss how both of them got involved in robotics and what they're doing as a rookie. So let's get chatting.
So how did you guys first be introduced to the team? What motivated you to want to join?
So this year my sister actually became captain of the team, and she's been trying to get me in the team for years, and I decided, why not this year? So yeah, I saw how much fun she was having and thought it would be worth a shot.
I decided to join because a little of last year I got to see how robotics works. And I went to a competition and I fell in love, and now here I am.
Yeah, AC, what did you think of that competition?
I think it was amazing. It was really fun seeing all the teams that were there, and I just had a great experience.
Awesome. So can each of you guys just briefly go into what you're specifically doing on the team? Like what you're doing meeting to meeting and what your overall goal will be for Brady at least.
Yeah, so when I started with robotics, I started around mid-September, and I primarily did marketing. I worked on redesigning the Red Raider Robotics website because we switched hosts. So I did that for around a month, and then afterwards I joined Impact Team. So I'm working on presenting the Impact Award, and primarily right now writing the essay that's going to be accompanying our Impact Award presentation when we go to competition in a month or two.
Do you care to explain what Impact is, just for a little background?
Yeah, so Impact is one of the most highly sought after awards in first robotics competitions. It's each team kind of explains, they have a presentation that explains what their community, or how they help their community, and how they outreach, and what role their team plays both in the broader community, in their school, and in the lives of their students. And it's a big thing. Whoever wins it goes straight to Worlds. So it's been a challenge, but it's been pretty fun.
And we're going to Worlds this year. Whether it's through Brady or through the talent of the robot, we'll see you there. Or both. Preferably both. See you in Houston, April. AC, you can continue.
My job is marketing. I usually just take the pictures and show what's going on in robotics. That's mostly what marketing does. We do videos. We just try to explain to people what really robotics is about through the camera and through videos.
Yeah, and I can add to that a little bit. I'm the marketing lead this year, and a lot of the pictures that you're seeing have been taken by AC, and those are really helping to show outreach to the team. This year, one of my goals is to take pictures at every meeting and post them at every meeting, and that shows the rest of the community, and specifically the rest of the students at North, South, and around Sheboygan, what we're doing at every meeting, so they can see what robotics is about, see how fun it is, things like that, and get involved themselves.
I just edit the podcast episode. What challenges have you encountered over the past, how many months is it? 4 months that you've been on the team?
Well, the website came with its own deals, with its own challenges. I'm not a fan of Weebly, but we made it work. And really through working with mentors and working with my peers, we were able to get the website up and running. And taking in criticism and taking in multiple perspectives really helped that move forward. And then also with the essay, there's a lot of hardships definitely going on there. We need to get a lot of documentation. We need to get a lot of outreach. We need to reach out to a bunch of people that we worked with over the past year, and that's not easy, sorry. So that's once again been a challenge, but mostly just working with those around us. We have such a capable team and such a nice team of people who are hardworking and willing to always put their best foot forward, and that really always helps us move past any hardships that we may have as a team.
Well, I don't really have much challenges because my job is not that hard. I feel like taking pictures is pretty easy. So, yeah, I don't really do any of the hard stuff that makes my job hard at all.
SD card. Forget the batteries.
You guys want to join robotics but don't want to have a ton of stress, you can join business teams because we do lots of very important work, but it's not as stressful as having to build an entire robot in 6 weeks. We get a long time to do the things we need to do, which is a lot of things, but we get it done. It's fun. I know, Brady, you talked about the strengths of our team. Is there anything else you see that sets our team apart from other teams? I know AC, sorry, that's your brother. AC, you've been to competitions, so you've seen a little bit what other teams do. But even just from other clubs at North, how is robotics different?
From what I've seen so far, the thing that sets robotics apart from every other club or extracurricular I've been a part of is just how multifaceted and diverse our team is. It's so multitudinous in that there's so many things to do. You can design, you can prototype, you can code, you can program, or if you want, you can spend a few hours making buttons. Everyone really has their own interests and strengths, and everyone always plays to their strengths to really, I feel, make the team where it is. So that's what sets it apart, I feel, from other clubs, because other clubs don't have the broad scope that robotics has.
And I'm going to add to that. Right now, us for our filming a podcast, this is filmed on kickoff. So all the other teams are busy prototyping, are busy taking apart last year's robot, re-implementing the parts to figure out what this year's robot is. And we're just peacefully
And even on today during kickoff, all of the teams got together and were able to talk. I know I was able to put in my input on the robot. They didn't like some of my things, but we all work together, and I think that's another thing that makes robotics really special. Easy.
To me, robotics is like a family, honestly. Everybody's just connected in a way. Through business, design, manufacturing, I feel like there's so many aspects of it, and we just are all connected in a way, even though we all have different jobs that we do. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, and you guys talked about obviously all the different parts of the team. That's a lot to manage. How have you guys managed your tasks specifically, and then I can talk about the broader team tasks and leadership and stuff like that.
Brady, why don't you go first? I know it's hard because Impact is so far out that it's hard to plan for it, but
there's also so much to do that
yeah.
You need to divide your time well.
Well, okay. For me, I take a study hall in which I work on robotics every day. So that has definitely been a humongous asset for me because I'm not the best at managing my time sometimes. So I just taking extra time to work on stuff that needs to get done. And also just, again, Impact is so far away, but pushing forward always and not letting it slip your mind because it's a few months away. And that helps.
Yeah, Impact really sneaks up on you. Before, 2 years ago, when we didn't have this team set aside for Impact, we would always push it off, and then we'd have 2 weeks to do the whole thing, and it was never good.
For me, I feel my time management is pretty good. For me, my task is really easy, so I don't have to find time and put aside time to take pictures. But when I do, it's an amazing time that I have. I love taking pictures of everybody. Marketing is a great like part of robotics that I personally love. So yeah.
And I would say, like, as from like the whole team side, we use a software called Basecamp, which is like built for companies that are managing their tasks. But one like key tool on there that we use, or that we're trying to use more of even, is assignments. So you can assign everybody on the team their like specific tasks of what they need to get done, and then if that person is ever like sick and they need to stay home, or if the lead isn't there that day, it's as easy as going to your assignments, seeing what needs to get done on the team, so you can stay productive during your time at robotics.
I know you guys haven't been to competitions except you, AC, but what are you looking forward to other than competitions this season?
Is there any like outreach events that you think are super fun, or just like lunchtime every Saturday? I know this year we were trying to do like a team bonding activity every month. Are there any ideas you might have for that? I'm sure the captains would like some input.
Appreciate that.
Honestly, I think something I'm looking forward to this year is probably like when we help other companies and try to like expand robotics in our way. Like this like past weekend or two, we helped at the food bank trying to donate money or like get money towards robotics. I think I'm looking forward to more of those events.
For me, I guess I'm looking forward to seeing a finished FRC robot. I think that'll be, because rookie, it'll be really interesting. Because I've never seen a competition. I've never seen an FRC robot really doing what it was meant to do. So that's, I guess, what I'm looking forward to the most.
What are you excited about, Erica?
I'm looking forward to when we go to Three Sheeps. We have an outreach day, and we go to Three Sheeps. We get the community involved, and it's kind of like our little celebration. Play a bunch of games, and I get to make pretty T-shirts for that. So I enjoy that very much. What are you looking forward to, Flynn?
I am looking forward to competitions. I think competitions are the most fun part of robotics. Number one, you get to leave school for like 2 days. They're all like overnight, so you stay in a hotel room. You have team meals. Depending on who you're in a hotel room with, you can have a wide variety of activities. I know in the past we've had Mario Kart going on, we've had Jackbox games going on. It's a very, very fun time. But also me as like a photographer for the past couple of years, competitions are like such a good spot to take photographs. You have so much action going on, whether it's the robots playing on the field, Hype Squad cheering on in the stands. There's like always something happening, which keeps you really like involved in the competition, which is just like amazing. Plus, they're super fun, especially when you win. Last year, and even the year before that, we've had like very successful years. Last year, we almost made it to the finals. We almost went to Houston. We're so close. This year we're gonna do it. So they're just super fun. And as boring as sometimes
It'll stop after
the
60
meetings
minutes.
can be, it builds up to like this grand finale of competition.
Okay, so I know you guys also have a lot of extracurricular activities, as do we. Do you care explaining how you balance that? I know it can be hard because robotics kind of takes over your life sometimes.
Yeah, so me personally, I do theater at North High School. So I'm balancing the play and robotics, and then I'm also I have a job and an internship as well. So it's really managing time. I'm gonna start splitting my time more between the upcoming play and robotics, and then also between work and robotics, just making sure that I'm hitting my priorities. And then once again, I do impact, and impact is something that can be done outside of meetings as well. So it's really just finding time to fit everything in.
And AC, I know you're involved in basketball
And soccer.
How have you been able to like balance that thus far?
I think I'm able to balance it because of the different times they're at. I think it's very easy in my schedule, kind of, but sometimes I do prioritize like a certain thing more than the other. Like if I have a basketball game, I need to be at that basketball game, so I will skip robotics practice to be at that basketball game. But other than that, I think my time management is pretty good when it comes to robotics, basketball, and soccer. Yeah.
And you were talking about like your outside interests. How have you think that your time?
Restart this.
You guys are talking about your outside activities. How has your time on the team influenced your interests outside of school and even into like your future career aspirations?
Brady?
Like, how has writing, like,
I can explain this one.
what? Okay.
Clap for me, clap for me. So I know you guys talked a lot about what you are also interested in. Does anything in robotics have that is going to reflect in your work career or going off to college for?
Yeah, for me, I'm planning to go to college I'm going to double major in classical studies and political science. So a lot of that is talking in front of people and presenting stuff. So in robotics, I've had the opportunity to do presentations for sponsorships, and I'm going to do the impact presentation in a month or two, both of which are really preparing me for presenting in the future and for talking in front of people and building up some of those skills.
And AC, I know it's hard because you're only a freshman, but any ideas?
Yeah, I want to go into business, so that's why I decided to join the business team. As a freshman right now, next semester I'm going to be taking Intro to Business, so I'm very excited for that. So I think robotics is really helping me find how business works in a way. So yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I'm going off to college and majoring in mass communications, which is partially for the business. Flynn, do you have anything that you want to say?
I personally I'm not going to go into like marketing or business or anything. I am like very interested in chemistry right now, so we'll see where that takes me. But I just enjoy photography so much, and robotics is such a good way for me to pursue that hobby and get better at it. And hopefully one day I'm like super old, I retire, and then I can take up photography, and that'll be my thing. I'll be vibing.
God. I just think robotics is a good leeway into anything. Like there's so many different opportunities that you can have on the team that if you have a field and you want to explore it, you can. Like I learned animating. I didn't think I'd ever learn animating. So, what have you learned about leadership and teamwork?
Big ideas.
I'll let you take that one first, actually.
Wait, can you say that again one more time?
Yeah. So, Flynn.
What have you
Stop. Okay.
What have you learned about leadership and teamwork through your time on the team? AC, how have you been able to collaborate with other people on marketing teams at competition to make sure everything is like photographed or taken video of so it can be shared?
Well, I feel like we have such a great team in robotics, and working as a team has really improved how robotics is seen right now. Personally, I think working with the business team is so great. We all come up with great ideas how to promote and share what we do in robotics. And I think I've gained so much through that, and I can pass that on to later in life when I work with future business people when I'm older.
Yeah, definitely having group brainstorming where we're taking everyone's ideas, improving on some of our past, improving on ways we've done things in the past. So we're always growing as a team.
Brady, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, for me, both of the things I've really done this season, both Impact as well as the website redesign, have both been pretty individualized things that I've been working on by myself. However, I still the team kind of rewards opportunities to work with other people, getting criticism and talking and collaborating with other people. And that is something that has greatly helped everything that I've been working on. And then leadership, working directly with both the student leaders as well as the mentors who are here to constantly better myself and what I'm producing within the team. I think definitely the team values that as well.
Yeah, and we were talking about effective communication with leaders and mentors.
So I know you mentioned a little bit about communication. I have a lot of different things that I'm doing, and in one of my activities, I get in trouble because I don't communicate enough. How do you make it good for your team? Stop laughing. It's literally you.
How do you make it good for your team? No, I know
Stop.
what I want to say now.
Stop.
I know what I want to say.
I will say it.
Okay.
Fine. You know what? You say it.
I gotta think.
No, let me say it. I know you talked a lot about communication and how it is really important for your team. How are you as an impact lead going through this and communicating with others?
Base camp. I've been pinging people.
Nice.
Yeah.
AC, anything?
I think honestly Basecamp is a great source. It really it keeps me on my game, and I just know when things are coming up. It's basically my schedule and my reminder. And the people on Basecamp, the mentors and the captains that tell us everything that's coming up, really help maintain the time that I spend at robotics.
And we, before I talked about group brainstorms, today, kickoff, we had a lot of group discussion, making sure all the leads are communicating effectively to make sure their ideas are heard and that we're coming up with the best prototypes right now so we can move into the rest of the season with a good game plan that all takes really effective communication, which I think our team does so well, and we're still continuing to improve on.
I also think a really great element that our team has, if we haven't talked about enough, is our campfire. We meet at the beginning and the end of practice, and the team leads get to discuss what they've done. We get to update everyone on. Thank you, Brady and AC, for joining us on this week's episode.
Thank you for
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Of course.
All right, we are done with episode
We'll
2.
see you next week,
We'll
chat.
see you next week. Chatting around the campfire. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.